oh, I'm out of all of my comfort zones. I have no problems, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm telling you what I learned, what I have already applied, and how it's affected my life. What's up, family? It's your girl Jasmine here. I've filmed this video a million times today already, but we're just gonna keep going. For those of you who are new here, which you probably are, again, I'm Jasmine, and I'm an audio engineer. I'm also an investor and consultant. And, for those of you who are confused by that, society is not going to put me in a box, so you're welcome. I do videos on, personal development, growth, financial literacy, and also production stuff since I am an audio engineer. So if you guys have any of those kind of questions, leave them down below. So today's topic I want to talk about is something that I talked about a little bit in a mastermind training with my mentor like a day or two ago. And I really wanted to come on here and talk about part of the training because this is like advice that I actually gave to so many people already, is talking about coming out of your comfort zone. Now, in no means or any ways am I going to sit up here and say, oh, I'm out of all of my comfort zones. I have no problems, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm telling you what I learned, what I have already applied, and how it's affected my life. In no means necessary am I to where I want to be yet, okay? We're still there. We're still getting there. There's a whole process. So before y'all come at me in the comments, I'm just going to spit that out there, okay? So, but I really want to talk about coming out of your comfort zone because the person that I am today completely did not exist a year ago, and the person that I was a year ago completely did not exist 4 years ago. And it's a whole process. It takes time for sure to understand how to come out your comfort zone when you feel comfortable to do things, but there's a lot that goes into it that people probably don't know, or they're not willing to push themselves to do. And so I want to read this one little part of this book to kind of put this in perspective for this video. So for my students out here, Think and Grow Rich, I will link the book down below for purchase, or I think there's a video if you guys should get the actual book. This is literally the legendary book, so you guys should get the book. But for those of you who are following, I'm in chapter 9, page 182, which is the symptoms of lack of persistence. Here you will find the real enemies that stand between you and noteworthy achievement. Here you will find not only the symptoms indicating weakness of persistence, but also the deeply seated subconscious causes of this weakness. Study the list carefully and face yourself squarely if you really wish to know who you are and what you are capable of doing. These are the weaknesses that must be mastered by all who accumulate riches. Now, there's 16 of them. I'm only going to focus on the 16th for this video, but highly recommend going over this book. It is literally legendary, and I'm still studying it. So, but the one that I want to talk about, okay, because these are all things that actually keep you from reaching your goals. It doesn't matter if it's riches. It doesn't matter if it's your career. It doesn't matter if this is where you want to be at in your relationship level, your whatever it is. These are things that are going to stop you from getting to the next level, stop you from committing to something, stop you from trying things, stop you from, getting to the place where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has something inside them that they were meant to do, and a lot of times people are too scared because society has trained us to be scared of certain things. For instance, public speaking. I was always terrified, terrified of public speaking. I could talk forever, with just people, just in conversations. But when it came to public speaking and you told me to get on a stage, you told me to get in front of the class, I was I kid you not, I got a C or whatever in public speaking, and I think I failed it in high school. So that's just putting that into perspective. Like, I just genuinely just wasn't that kind of person. And also, for those of you who know, like I said earlier, like, I come from the audio production field, the audio engineering. We don't have to be on stage very often. Like, we literally are in studios, confined space with, our clients. Usually it's not a lot of people, so it's like manageable, right? Like, and I would spend hours and hours, I still do, but like, I would spend hours and hours at the studio. There was this point where I just would not speak to people. I would just sit there and edit. Sit there and just be on the controls and stuff and just not say anything. And I just feel so comfortable. But I had so much to say all the time. I had so much, like, I had passion that was inside me that I knew I was supposed to speak to more people. And even coming from the radio industry, because I ended up being in the radio industry as well, even though I had a push to get to that level, because that was a whole comfort level jump as well, I was still in a place where no one was going to see me, because the radio industry, honestly, like, it's all sound. So you could literally look like, I don't know, God knows what, and no one's going to care, because everyone's just going to listen to you, right? So I was never truly outside of my comfort zone until I had to start, doing presentations, start for business, business presentations, start, doing public speaking. So, like, that was me having to push myself out my comfort zone. But let me tell you what happens for people who don't push themselves out their comfort zone because of fear of criticism, okay? So listen to this. Fear of criticism. Failure to create plans and put them into action because of what other people will think, do, or say. This enemy belongs at the head of the list because it generally exists in the subconscious mind without being recognized. There are so many people that literally worry about what other people think so much that they won't do what they want to do. Okay? And what am I saying? Like, excuse me. Literally, when it comes to, I don't know, if it's something that you want to invest in, some dream that you have, and, you told your friend and they laughed at you or called you crazy or this, that, and the other, and now you feel like, man, I really shouldn't have thought about that. Or you're just too scared to actually tell them, or you had someone in your life at some point, tell you that your idea was stupid or whatever, and now every other idea you have, you're not going to say because of that person, because your fear of rejection, okay? This is like a learned behavior, and it goes into your subconscious mind. That's what I was talking about. And so here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Everyone's going to have an opinion. People are going to watch this video and have an opinion. They're going to have an opinion. They're probably going to have an opinion about my hair, an opinion about how I look, the opinion about how I'm not wearing makeup today, like the opinion that I'm wearing a freaking Panthers shirt, an opinion about, what I do for a living, an opinion about, every single thing. And here's the thing. Did I let that stop me from posting this video? You're watching it. Did I let that stop me from going and achieving and getting what I want? No. And here's the thing. If you want something bad enough, you will go and get it, no matter what. And, coming outside of your comfort zone is something that is going to take time. It's not something you do overnight. Like, it literally took me so long to get to even this point where I could just be straight up with y'all, like, on here, be straight up and do, like, freaking presentations, and freaking public speaking and all that kind of stuff. Like, it took me a good minute to get there, and I'm still on my way there. I'm still developing and still learning and stuff, but I just don't give a crap about what other people are thinking, because there's going to be that person that you're going to influence that needed what you had to say. There's going to be that person that's going to need that information that you had to give. And if you were too scared to come out here and do that thing or say what you had to say or create whatever it is that you have to create, you're doing the world a disservice. Okay? But here's the steps I would take to help you come out your side of your comfort zone if this is something that you are seriously trying to overcome. Okay, you have to find something that you want to do your whole life, or find something that you wouldn't do that you need to do. Okay, what does that mean? So before, when I was just, I was doing presentations, one-on-one presentations with people about like business stuff, and then I was told, hey, yo, so when are you gonna do a webinar, right? And I was like, webinar, like with multiple people, are you sure? And so I was like in my head, that's what I said in my head. But, what came out my mouth was like, okay, I need to really do this. Like, so I said yes. So I was just like terrified. And I'm like, okay, so I said yes to this. I committed to this. Now I have to actually do this. And I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone in that moment, because now I told people, yo, I'm doing this. And, after a while, I thought we weren't going to do it, to be honest. But I said at the end of the year, before the New Year's, I'm going to do this presentation on a webinar in front of multiple people. And yeah. And so then I really did think that everyone forgot about that until my mentor was like, hey, like it was like earlier. It was like 11 a.m. And my mentor was like, hey, so you're going to do the presentation tonight. And I was like, what? Okay, and then hung up. And so I was like, okay, I'm doing the presentation. And I was so nervous, but I honestly just said, I gotta do it. I gotta either do it today, or I'm not gonna do it at all. If I don't do it at all, I'm not gonna grow. And if I don't do it at all, I'm not taking myself in my business to the next level. If I don't do it, like, that's what I was thinking the entire time. So then I ended up doing the thing. It ended up, I thought that I didn't do that great, but I always think I don't do that great, to be honest, something I have to overcome. But, so many people were like, wow, that's crazy, fire, whatever, that you did for your first presentation. And I was like, are we sure right now? No, but seriously, I did do a good job, and, you have to do it, because, like, literally after that, I had the motivation, I had the fire, I had the energy to keep going and doing more and more and more and more. So my point is like, if you don't, go over that first hump, you're not gonna be able to come outside of your comfort zone. And what I want you guys to do, after watching this video, I clapped really loud. After you guys watch this video, what I really want you guys to do is write down all the things that scare you. And write down all the things that scare you, and then write down a list to counteract those things, to grow from those things. Because I'm telling you right now, for everyone who's scared about what other people think, here's the biggest thing I want you to get out of this right now. Other people's opinions don't pay your bills. Can I say that again? Other people's opinions don't pay your bills. So at the end of the day, especially when it comes to business world and everything, no one cares what other people are thinking, as long as you're doing things that are going to be good for your business, for you to grow, okay? So you have to just remember that. And also, don't listen to people who don't have what you want. Okay, a lot of times in entrepreneurship, a lot of people quit because, their mom says this is stupid, you can't do this, blah, 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 their best friend doesn't support them. And I'm going to tell you now, the people who are closest to you aren't going to support you like the strangers will. And that's a true statement. And I don't even remember who said it. I think it's in Building an Empire, the book, but that's 100% true. I've learned that myself, and I also I'm just a person who genuinely doesn't actually care that much, but, there comes a point where you're going to care at some point, there's a point where it gets to you, because everyone's human, and you have to just remember that their opinions don't pay your bills, and they don't have what you want. Now, if the person that has what you want tells you, yo, you shouldn't be doing it like this, or you need to do this different, or blah, 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 then that's different. But even at the end of the day, you need to understand that you have to be the best version of yourself, and you can only do that by pushing your limits, pushing the comfort zone. Because if you stay comfortable, you're not growing, and if you're not growing, you're dying. So I hope this video was very informative, and I hope you guys got a lot out of here. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but we're going to post it anyways. And I just want to say thank you to all the people who do follow me on my social media and all of that stuff. Y'all are number one. I love the love that you guys give me, and I give it back to you 110%. I'm so grateful to be here doing this, and yeah, so I'll catch you guys in the next video, and have a great day.
Do you wanna start a cult with me? I'm not vibrating like I